Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are going to continue with your third lesson for Module 8, Amazing Animals. Please get ready with your Get Smart Plus for Students book and your PDPR module. Before we start, let's look at the learning objectives for today. By the end of the lesson, you must be able to write the correct comparative form using the adjectives. Then you have to construct sentences and compare two nouns using comparative adjectives. Before that, let's learn comparative adjectives. Now, for one syllable adjective, for example, long, straight, big, tall, large, and hot, and there are many more, we have to put ER at the word. Okay, so long become longer, straight, straighter, big become bigger, tall become taller, large become larger, hot, hotter. So when we want to compare between two nouns, for this example, we want to compare a hippo and an elephant. So, bila kita nak bandingkan hippo dengan elephant ni, kita akan gunakan comparative adjectives. So, we want to compare the hippo and the elephant using comparative adjectives. So, how to compare between these two animals? And a hippo is big and elephant is big. So, we want to compare them. So, an elephant is bigger than a hippo. So, one syllable word, big, we just have to put ER. So, for this word, you have to add G and then ER. Bigger, and then don't forget to use than. Lebih besar daripada gajah, lebih besar daripada badak. Okay, so we use comparative adjectives to compare a hippo and an elephant. Now let's look at the comparative adjectives for two-syllable adjectives. So these are two-syllable words: honest, happy, narrow, famous, crazy, gentle. Okay, some of the words you have to use more. For example, honest, so you have to use more honest. Famous, you have to use more famous. Some of the words you can add ER. For example, happy, you replace Y with I-E-R. Y, crazy, Y with I, and then you add ER, crazier. But some of the words you have to add ER only. For example, narrow, you just add ER, narrower. Gentle, gentler. Okay, now let's study the example. Ali is famous in school. Alicia is famous in school. But when we want to compare between Ali and Alicia, so Alicia lebih popular, lebih glamour. So in English, we will use Alicia is more famous than Ali. So you have to use more famous than. You cannot put ER for the word famous, famouser. That is incorrect. Okay, what about the words that have 3 or more syllables? Okay, for words that have 3 or more syllables, you have to use more. Okay, for example, expensive. Okay, 3 syllable, expensive. Dangerous, dangerous. Popular, popular. Beautiful, beautiful. Confident, confident. Difficult, difficult. So these are words that have 3 or more syllables. So for these words, you cannot use ER, but you have to use more. So it will become more expensive, more popular, more confident, more dangerous, more beautiful, and more difficult. Okay, now let's look at the example here. The bag is expensive. The shirt is expensive. And let's say if you want to compare the bag and the shirt, so let's look. We look at the price, and we can say that the shirt is more expensive than the bag. Bila kita tengok harga, dua-dua mahal, okay, bag mahal, baju tu pun mahal, tapi bila kita compare harga dia, baju tu lebih mahal. So, in English, we will say the shirt is more expensive than the bag. Baju itu lebih mahal daripada bag. So, we use more expensive than. Okay, now let's look at the comparative adjectives for irregular adjectives. Okay, for irregular adjective, you cannot put more or you cannot add er. So you have to change. Okay, good, you have to change into better. Bad, worse, far, farther, many, more, little, less, and far further. So you cannot add er or you cannot use more. Okay, for example, good. You cannot put gooder or you cannot use more good than. Gooder than. That is wrong. So you have to use better. Okay, let's look at one example. Ali has 20 books. Mila has 25 books. Ali ada 20 buku, Mila ada lebih 25 buku. Maksudnya dia ada lebih 5. So, when we compare Ali and Mila, siapa yang ada lebih buku? Mila ataupun Ali? Yes, Mila. Mila ada lebih buku daripada Ali. So, the sentence is, Ali has many books. Ali ada banyak buku. Tapi, Mila ada lebih banyak kan? So, we will use, Mila has more books than Ali. So, many. Okay, you cannot put more many or you cannot put manier. So you have to use more. Sebab tu kita kat sini kita akan guna Mila has more books than Ali. So these are for irregular adjectives. Okay, do you understand the comparative adjective? Now, let's try to do the first activity. Okay, look and write, use the comparative form. Okay, number 1, your character was dangerous than T-Rex. So 3 syllable word. Of course, we will use more dangerous. You cannot put dangerouser. That is wrong. Number 2, the green armchair is comfortable. Okay, 4 syllable word. Of course, the answer will be more comfortable. Okay, intelligent also the same thing. More intelligent. Interesting is also the same thing. 4 syllable word, so you have to use more interesting. Expensive to expensive, you have to use more expensive because expensive is 3 syllable word. Okay, for long, okay, the second form was long, so long is 1 syllable. So 1 syllable, you just add er, longer. And then for boring, you have to use more boring. Okay, now let's move on to activity 2. Compare the whale and the shark. You have to use the adjectives below. So the adjectives are intelligent, scary, long, small, big, and dangerous. Okay, intelligent has been done for you. The whale is more intelligent than the shark. Ikan paus lebih pandai, lebih cerdik daripada ikan jerung. Okay, next one, scary. So who is scarier? The shark or the whale? Of course, the shark, right? So the correct sentence is the shark is scarier than the whale. You just replace Y with I, gantikan Y dengan I, and then you add ER, tambah ER. You cannot use more scary, you have to use scarier. Okay, long. So this one is very easy. Long, 1 syllable. So you just add ER. So, siapa lagi panjang? Ikan paus kan? So, the whale is longer than the shark. Small. Also, you have to put ER. So, the shark is smaller. Siapa lagi kecil? Ikan jerung. So, ikan jerung lebih kecil daripada ikan paus. Big. So, who is bigger? 1 syllable. So, you have to put ER. Of course, the whale. So the whale is bigger than the shark. Okay, and the last one, dangerous. So for 3 syllable word, you have to use more dangerous. Of course, the shark is more dangerous than the whale. That's all for today, everyone. I want you to complete all your tasks in your module. Thank you, and I will see you in the next lesson. Goodbye and stay safe.